Hi guys, I'm here to help you with day 3 of social studies. So I've got my V portal open up. I'm going to click on my Canvas tile and then my ICP 3rd grade. I'm going to select my instructional days and then I'm going to scroll down to select day 3. Once selecting day 3, I'm going to go ahead and select on my social studies tab. Here I have my 3 columns again, my standard resources and assignments. So the first part of my assignment is to watch the video. This video is about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and read my text and answer my questions. Make sure that you are going to open up the text and the questions. So I've already done that, and I'm going to open these up here. Now from here, do not forget to save this document. This is the one you're going to be submitting to me, and make sure that you put your name in front of the assignment. Next, let's go to the draw tool and select on the highlighting. So like we would do in class, we're going to read over our questions before the text. So it says number 1, based on the clues in the text, what does the word nomadic mean? So I'm going to highlight that word. 2, using the map. Ooh, I got to highlight that. Explain how scientists believe the earliest known inhabitants of North America came. So I'm going to highlight believe and came to North America. Number 3, why did people migrate from Beringia? So I'm going to highlight the word migrate. And what were some of the big game animals that the early Americans hunted as their prey? So I've got these two, both of these questions I need to answer. And why did many of the Americans decide to stop being nomadic and choose to settle in the communities? So now that I'm here, I want to make sure that I stop adding, I'm going to go here so that way I can type later. Okay, I'm going to go to my text. And again, I'm going to select on my draw, and I'm going to highlight my highlighter. Native Americans spreading through the continents. Long, long, long ago, people began to move from one land to another. These people were nomadic. I'm going to highlight that because I remember that as being one of my questions. Or people that moved from place to place in search of food. These hunters moved from the land we call Asia into the land we call North America. They did not plan to move from one land to another. They were simply following the herds of animals that they hunted for their own survival. Long ago, northern regions of North America were covered in thick sheets of ice and giant glistening glaciers. Beringia was one of those areas. I'm going to highlight that because I remember that was one of my questions. As great herds of large animals such as woolly mammoths, mastodons, great bison, saber-toothed cats, and giant ground sloths moved into icy land, hunters followed behind them. Again, I think I remember something about animals. Over many years, people moved across the vast expanse of land to various regions, to the wide open grasslands of the Central Plains, to northeastern and southeastern woodlands, swamplands, and coastal regions, and to the sun-drenched west coast and dry southwestern deserts. Some people settled in the far north regions of the Arctic and subarctic. Some people moved even further south into what we now call the continent of South America. Eventually, many ancient people chose to no longer roam the earth, but instead chose to settle in one place. Because they discovered regions where they could hunt deer and rabbit and catch fish in lakes and rivers, they no longer had to follow and hunt grazing animals. They were also natural resources, fresh water to drink, and wood and other materials that could be used to construct homes and build cooking fires. The temperature in some regions may also have been temptingly mild. One thing that is certain is that many Native Americans began to farm. Native Americans began planting and harvesting and began to grow a variety of crops. Because of this, I see that cause and effect. Some people chose to stay in one place, and by working together were able to increase their food supply. Over time, about 500 North American native tribes came to inhabit a wide variety of regions across North America. These native peoples, at about 20 million, lived their lives for thousands of years until European cultures migrated to America. So now that I've finished, I can go back into the text and I can write my responses. Don't forget to save or have it on autosave and share with me when you're done.